Hello, divine beings, peace, love, abundance, blessings. I'm doing a video on Sekhmet and specifically healing with Sekhmet and transmuting energies with Sekhmet. So I know that Sekhmet is a warrior goddess and she's very much known for her protective aspects and also her defensive aspects. So when you are in need of spiritual protection, Sekhmet comes forward, and I have done two videos on Sekhmet in the past where I talk about how she activates that inner warrior in you. But what Sekhmet also does that I have not mentioned is that she very much is a healing goddess. And that's very interesting to hear when we think of Sekhmet, because she is very much known for her warriorhood. However, Sekhmet can help you in transmuting energy and even releasing attachments. I know certain people who work with Sekhmet who even said that she's helped with curing things, like curing illnesses. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that this is the only way to cure something. I wouldn't just rely on ritualistic work to cure things. You always can go to a doctor, even if it's a holistic doctor, right? But what Sekhmet does is transmutes energy because she works with the element of fire. So what you can do for rituals, if you are in any state of stagnancy, you feel stuck, you feel like your vision is blocked, you feel like your spiritual channel is blocked, you feel like there's a lot of grief within you, or you're struggling to let the past go, you can work with Sekhmet to release that through the energy of fire. And what I'm seeing is that if you were able, and I wish I had one with me, get a 7-day candle, a 7-day glass red candle, and move it through your body, asking and praying for Sekhmet. I'm seeing this in the sunlight, so if you're able to be outside or even just face your window where the sunlight might be pouring in, and call upon Sekhmet to transmute any illness, any pains, any negative energies in your body, move that through you. And when you're ready, leave it next to an image or statue of Sekhmet to charge, or just pray on behalf of Sekhmet and leave it there to charge. And what you do after, I don't know why I'm seeing an Ankh. I feel like if those of you who work with Sekhmet, if you can get an Ankh as a part of the altar, because the Ankh represents new life. The Ankh represents rebirth, and the Ankh is as creative as it is protective. It has multifunction. So I am seeing the image of an Ankh. If you could place an Ankh somewhere near the candle as well, because what I'm looking at is Sekhmet doing work for transmutation, for releasing negativity within you, grief within you. And a lot of people don't understand that Sekhmet is also very compassionate. And if you're a child of Sekhmet or you work with Sekhmet, you probably already know that, but others don't know that she's very compassionate. She's also very understanding of your fears, your blocks. And although she comes in with a lot of urgency and ferocity to have you propel yourself forward in life, to have you be more active in your life, she's not doing or motivating you in a way that is judging you. She's putting in the urgency because you're not putting in the urgency for your life, all right? So that's a little bit about Sekhmet when it comes through healing work. And again, I know people who have had fevers and colds and other sicknesses, and Sekhmet helped them with transmutation work through fire. You can also get a cauldron, and I've said this with my Anubis video, that you can work with both of these guides to release cords, to release attachments, to do transmutation work. You can get a cauldron, write out what you need to release, what you need to purge, and light it on fire. Do so safely, and don't get me in trouble because I told you to do it safely, all right? I believe that's all I got, but I'm also going to channel in with the tarot any messages that Sekhmet has to say. I just keep hearing, like, have compassion for yourself. Like, I think a lot of people think that Sekhmet lacks compassion when she doesn't. People really think that, and Sekhmet understands the human experience. When I've needed breaks on my spirituality, because although this is a beautiful path, we all know how demanding it could be to have to change your altars, to clear your altars, to give offerings, and to have to hear and see spirit all the time. Sometimes you need a break, and Sekhmet honors your humanity. Sekhmet honors your human experience. We have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is having to battle a lot, and Sekhmet understands that. Sekhmet is a goddess of transmutation, and it's through fire. Fire transmutes, fire releases, fire purges out, fire undoes a lot of energy work. The other thing that I'm looking at is when you're lighting these candles for Sekhmet or doing a burn list for Sekhmet, drink a lot of water. If you can, also do some salt baths, because when Sekhmet purges your energy, it's intense. And you will feel tired, you will feel like sleeping, and if that happens, or you feel even more hungrier, or you don't even want to eat, like if you feel any physical differences, I'm being told that that's your body feeling in alignment to a new energy that was given by Sekhmet. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles, which to me, the Pentacles does represent wealth, but it also represents your physical vessel, your physical layout, your earthly experiences. And I feel like Sekhmet does more than people think, because when you're in a state where you're more empowered, when you're in a state where you're more of an active warrior in your life, you also have more will, more power to call things in, to manifest things forward. And Sekhmet is much more multifaceted than people make her to be. The next card that we have is the Knave of Chalices. I see this as Sekhmet also honoring creativity. Sekhmet is the full-on rebel, and I feel like for creatives, for artists, for musicians, for speakers out there, if you sometimes feel a fear of sharing your messages, work with Sekhmet, because Sekhmet will help you with that. Work with Sekhmet for confidence, for self-esteem work. The next card that we have is the Five of Cups. Even healing heartbreak, releasing that. There's a way of releasing grief, sadness, and pain through compassion, through healing waters, through nurture. But when you feel like I've tried that, or I feel stuck and I feel upset that I'm stuck, and you need a quick fix, I'm not going to say it's easy. That's when you call upon Sekhmet. But this is healing and release work through fire. I should do another video, but also like Sekhmet is a mother. So for moms out there, like Sekhmet protects moms. Sekhmet will protect your kids. Like Sekhmet, again, does much more than what she's depicted to do. And I said it in my past videos, she's not barbaric. She's not somebody who doesn't have control over her anger. She very much is aware of her multifacetedness, and they don't want to do the divine feminine justice, yo, because the dark divine feminine or the divine feminine warriors, they're so multifaceted. They could be beautiful, they could be healing, they can be sexy, and they could be moms all at the same time. The last card that I have is the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like also when you feel stagnant, let's say in business, in work, or in life, when you feel stuck, you can call upon Sekhmet. You could call upon that sacred fire to initiate new beginnings for you. So Sekhmet is more than just working with her for defense or offense magic. And let me tell you something, she gets things done quick in that regard. But she is also a healing mother, and she also can help with initiating new beginnings for attracting new opportunities, all right? So this was a little bit on Sekhmet, y'all. If you ever are interested in a private reading that includes deity work or deity linkage, knowing who your guides are, you can definitely book that with me. How to do so is on the about below. I also do private spell work with these deities, and I'm very honored to do this. If you have any questions about Sekhmet, you can see that down on the about below to make a comment. So just comment down what you have, any questions or anything, right, about Sekhmet or anything in spirituality, or like I'm a very open person and I like to connect with people in whatever way, shape, or capacity. So don't think that you can't reach out, all right? And lastly, I am offering, although this is a timeless video, if you're watching this very recently, on January 25th, 2024, I am offering a Sekhmet full moon spell for releasing fears, energy blocks, stagnancy, and any attachments to the past and activating our inner warrior, because that is the path of Sekhmet. All right. So you can check out my latest community post to see that. You can also follow me on Instagram, AstroPapi, to see more of that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. I have a bunch of deity videos on my YouTube channel as well as collective messages.